I love the deaths of the enemies in this game. They're so wonderful.
Yeah, they are really good. The blood zombie's the best.
Yeah, he's good. There's an enemy coming up.
There's a dinosaur thing. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, man, you're a man after my own heart. Because yeah, it's him.
Yeah, is he coming up? We haven't seen him yet.
We haven't seen him yet. He's in the inverted laboratory.
Not a laboratory.
The alchemy lab.
Whoa, savior of the universe. Sorry.
I liked it.
Okay.
He said, I hate to be the, bearer of bad news, but he said slash.
No.
It sounds like he says flash. I hear an F
he
noise,
likes
but...
He's like, oh, GNR, slash. So he's a big GNR fan.
He's a good bassist, though.
He's a drummer.
What did I get?
I'm pretty sure he's a drummer.
Oh, the stupid salt. Ugh. I hate it.
Salt beer.
I have no time for this. Oh, I should probably...
You ever put the salt on the pot roast?
Is this supposed to be funny? Like Alucard and Alucard? Like, is this like a weird translation? It's like funny in Japanese.
It's it's like the Excalibur and the.
Very astute observation.
Yeah.
That's good. It's very good. I don't have anything to add, but it's really good.
Right,
You're right.
It's just a.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
In the Final Fantasy games, there's like an Excalibur sword that's like,
it's
good.
good.
Really good. But then there's an Excalibur, and then it's like really shitty.
Right.
So is that a Japanese thing? Just like name it different
Like you
item?
name it wrong, and it's like crappy.
Yeah.
I don't know, like it's a knockoff.
Right.
I don't know.
It's kind of like our jokes are knockoffs of bad, good jokes.
But I mean, it would be like if we said,
coins.
take my wife pies
Yeah,
instead of please.
They're puns. They
Yeah, but
So
like
it-
Alucard isn't really a. I mean, I don't know if it's really a pun because it's Dracula instead of
Maybe they meant,
Dracula.
Maybe
Right.
they meant like a la carte.
right. If it was
Alucard, I would get that. That'd be funny as hell. I would like fucking
So
die.
like yeah, because you get whatever items you want, whatever magic you want,
Right? Yeah. Like a la carte,
Right.
but it'd be more expensive.
Maybe it's just a cart.
All these skeletons here. Oops. Stop doing that.
What are you getting?
I need to get off the high potion because I accidentally used it.
Yeah.
Grow up! Grow up! I do need to masturbate. Long overdue.
It's fun. We're having fun here, guys. That's what we're about.
Not that much fun. Ooh. Oh, thanks for the elixir, you son of a bitch. Thanks, Iwata, or whoever made this. I forget who.
It
Shigeru
was
Miyamoto.
Reggie Fils-Aimé. How do you say his name? That guy, he made this game. This is a travesty. Oh my god. What did those skeletons do to you?
This is why unions should be outlawed, folks. It's a right to work, a right to be a skeleton.
Skeletons are an abomination. I will not stand them living in my America. My Transylvania.
They shouldn't have the right to marry. They shouldn't be allowed to marry cats.
Man, you guys are crazy. I don't know what you're talking about now.
The inverted castle, another problem I have with it, is that most of the music sucks.
Yeah, the music is
a lot of the areas are reusing the same tracks.
Well, they took the same tracks and put them upside down.
Is that true?
I'm not sure that that's true.
I heard that that's how they did Metal Gear on the NES. What the fuck is going on?
What did you do?
Did I do this?
No, you got witched, my man.
What the
You
hell?
ever seen that happen before?
No!
Yeah, you got witched hard.
You got witched.
That's the frozen half.
That's basically what playing the Ouya's like.
Bunch of ice falling on you?
But you think, like, what is this?
You think you're in control, and then no, we're
Yeah.
not gonna talk about it now.
No, we're not gonna
Gotta
talk about that.
Save our best Ouya bits for later.
The best.
All the grade A Ouya material.
You think that's good? Wait till we have more.
Gotta Gotta conserve our Ouya ammo.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, it bounced back. Shit. Oh, a cat's wearing a hat.
That's crazy.
Well, that's why you were talking about cats earlier.
Yeah, the witch, that's her projectile.
I thought
She
you were
shoots
just being
cats.
crazy random.
No.
Monkey cheese.
LOL.
Nobody's watching a stream, so we have free reign.
I want to throw this out there. More people in the stream than that have ever been in the stream.
Hey, the chat's not working.
Because the chat's not working.
Is that true?
Yeah, there's 20 people in here.
They're all trying to talk to us.
Yeah. I think they probably can't talk either.
They're all saying very racist things.
I hope so. I mean, I hope
being
not.
censored. They're
They're
saying
like,
squid heads.
I hate those red skeletons.
Coming stealing our
Yellow
skeleton
skeletons
jobs.
are the best.
It's pronounced.
Yellow skeletons are the best.
It's pronounced red skeleton. It's red skeleton.
I mean, I get it.
You get the red skeleton.
Red skeleton.
When are we gonna fight that dinosaur?
I'm doing it, Mom.
God.
Yeah, I'm all excited because I forgot he existed.
He's great.
I don't even. Does he look like a
wonderful. He's
dinosaur? I don't even
wonderful
remember what he
man.
looks like.
I remember.
Okay.
He haunts my very soul. Hold me like he did on the lake on Naboo. That's what he says when he dies. It's really messed up. So, I think we go right. We'll fight Beelzebub.
Oh, neat.
He's pretty horrifying. You've seen him before, right, Anthony?
I have.
Yeah. One of the more disturbing bosses, along with Legion.
Legion's
kind
the
of a
bodies,
weird one,
right?
the body ball, yeah. He's more disturbing because I look at my own ass and I'm like, damn, I'm not as toned as a
Not
dead
as toned
guy.
as these zombies are.
Yeah. Howard Dean ghost. It ended much like Howard Dean's bid for the presidency.
If you wouldn't have done that, you laugh. If you wouldn't have done that, the U.S. democracy could have been a very different place. You could have not had all those Bush years. We might be living in a very different America.
Remember that show, That's My Bush?
Yeah.
I do. Very expensive, apparently. That's why I got taken out of the air. So it was very expensive. I don't know why.
I don't have much to add other than just like remember that. We haven't fought the Tin Man yet either, right?
No, we haven't, unfortunately.
That's another good
Where
one.
is he? In the library, that's right, along with Shmoo. I don't think we really need Shmoo, though. Take this. These guys are like the best to grind on
Yeah. They
because
give
of their
a-
metal outer structure. I was being literal. Great death. He seems like more upset than anything else to be dead.
I mean, I
It's
would
like
be
he
upset.
holds his head. He's like, I can't believe it.
Ah, rats.
Son of a biscuit.
It's all right. He's just gonna come back when you re-enter the room, so he'll be fine.
That's the go-to spiritedness. This is great too. This is
man.
another great animated GIF.
Oh, man.
Whoa. Cool skeleton, man.
Do you think they just like found that on Angel Fire page and like programmed that into the game? Except it was in Japanese.
I had one of those on my webpage in 1997.
Yeah, I had a construction worker hammering with his shovel.
This website wasn't done yet. It's under construction.
Yeah. You know, all good things are constantly under construction. Like the roads around here.
Are you alright?
Or are they good? I don't know.
No, I feel like it's pretty
It's
safe.
pretty universal that
Yeah.
everybody has bad roads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except for dusty roads.
He's the greatest of all roads.
The butterfly things.
Psychedelic butterflies, man.
They look like
Bitter.
ears on the skeletons, the wings. Just
Not sure what you're...
the butterfly wings.
You look like they're just flapping their ears.
Yeah, they're like
They're like Ross
skeletons.
Perot skeletons. That guy had big ears.
You did.
It was more like Dana Carvey doing Ross Perot skeletons.
He said, not gonna do it.
That's what he said.
No new taxes.
No, it's George Bush.
He
It's Dana
said, not
Carvey
turtle
doing-
enough for the Turtle Club.
It's what? No, that's Master of Disguise.
Pistachio Disguisey is the character's name.
Was it really?
Yes!
That's pretty funny.
Good alias. That's what I sign into hotels as.
Pistachios. It's because your rabid fan base that follows you around, right?
Yeah, I'm afraid I'm gonna like get killed by one of the tasters, like John Lennon did, because they wanted to take my fame of having like 30 subscribers on YouTube. Shouldn't laugh at that. It's very fucked up.
Just like John Lennon, you have a similar message for people.
Yep. No need to repeat it. I think he's up here.
Getting into the groove. Ah, so close.
Ooh, there are too many of them. I got spooked. So he needs to throw a hula hoop on me.
Need to go gas.
Go gas or go home. Get rid of this asshole. Come on, where are you? Go away. No part of this. There he is!
There he is. That's him.
There's the man.
He makes a cool noise.
All the build up. He doesn't do the laser blast. That's coming from a different enemy. They just like went and like downloaded a bunch of free sound effects. They're like, make an enemy based off of this. And he explodes from the inside.
I like
too.
to think that it was like going into, I don't know what you call it, post-production, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh gosh, we missed the sound effect for the death of this enemy. They just
Download something.
freesoundeffects.com. I did not spill.
Beelzebub.
More like Beelzebub bum. Am I right? Get a job.
Hanging out on those hooks all day. On my dime, I might
I
add.
know.
The taxpayers'
Taxpayers.
dollars.
Hey, paying
You
for-
pay for those hooks.
There's a thing up here. Yep. Ow. Oh, I did it again. Oh, I said ow when my character got hurt. I'm so sorry. That's a no-no.
Is it?
That's a big no-no.
I didn't know that. I don't know these unwritten rules.
Unwritten pod play rules. Good death.
What? There's one over here, too.
Oh
I had
my
no
gosh.
idea.
All sorts of options.
Thanks, Mist. You could pass.
Neat. I like when he says what.
Oh, katana. Cool.
That
That'll
was-
go good in my
that
collection.
was so worth it.
That'll go great with my wall scrolls.
And your peanuts.
Yeah, my peanuts.
Think if you got like a lot of peanuts, like because it was unlimited in that room, right?
Yep.
So here's what I'm saying: just keep going in that room, collect all the peanuts, leave the castle, sell the peanuts, 100% profit,
It's pure profit.
pure profit,
What is that?
peanut profit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the librarian only buys rings. He doesn't buy any peanuts. He's like, no, thank you, I'm allergic.
Alucard just doesn't have a mind for business.
No, he doesn't.
We're smart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
We're good
Alucard
businessmen.
We
Not-
can monetize this
monetize.
the Castlevania peanuts.
Yeah, monetize it.
Give me that sweet monitors.
It's a rich dad poor dad thing. You just gotta
I don't know if you saw coming in, by the way, they're doing the Greek Fest again. So if you want to go,
Okay, good. I do want to go.
all right.
When is
we'll go
that?
Again. 2 weeks or so.
Okay.
Real talk. Sorry, folks. Anthony and I went last year. Anthony is part Greek, so I figured he'd enjoy it.
I do, and I did.
You can come too if you want, Chris.
No, I don't go to
Okay,
that.
good.
I don't go to that nerd shit.
That was an empty promise.
God. Fucking Christ.
I think I want the axe for him.
All right, here we go.
Very disturbing. It was very disturbing. Nope, hold on.
What are you
Yep,
doing?
there you
What are
go.
you doing?
He's got to do
You
the
gotta
jump.
position myself. Look at this guy. What the hell? I didn't mean to kill those bugs.
Looks like my ex-wife.
That's horrifying if true.
Woo, there it is.
Alright. Onward and upward. Away, fart cloud. really demonstrate a difficulty curve per se.
That's kind. If I had to lodge a minor complaint about this game, that would probably be in the list.
It gets easy really quickly.
Well, yeah, and like the enemy placement, and there again, we said it earlier. There are like just a shitload of sprites in this game. There really are, but it's just like the difficulty doesn't scale well, and things kind of feel like, oh, we'll just throw this enemy here. It wasn't like really well thought out.
Well, it doesn't matter because they're changing up the sprites so often. You're like, oh, who's the next guy gonna be?
A lot of them came from Rondo of Blood.
Oh, really?
Which is,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That game's really good. That's probably the best classic Castlevania.
Okay.
Before they went to the
Metroidvania.
Metroid style.
Yeah. And then they reused a ton of this stuff in all the other games too. And there's like a real clash of art styles because they add like maybe 5 new enemies. It's kind of like Pokemon.
Okay.
Where like they just like, oh, here's the previous guys and here's a couple more water types.
Because the fans think they want the previous guys.
Oh, I think it's more just it's easier production values because
Well, yeah, I mean everybody went. I don't think the fans complain, do they?
I don't know really. That's a good question.
Like I feel like they'd be
I watched a
upset
couple-
if Skeleton wasn't in the game.
Right.
Oh, you
Where
gotta have
I wouldn't give a
skeleton.
shit if I played a Castlevania with no skeleton.
I was watching somebody do all the DS games, the DS Castlevania games, and the Order of Ecclesia one. They really focus on those like rotatey guys that look like flash animations. You know, the guys with like that big axes and they go woo woo, and they're like really rotatey. We saw them in the Ulrox's castle.
Yeah, I remember.
They like made new types of that.
They have,
and
like,
it's like that's the one you focus on for this.
They throw the axes like yo-yos, kind of those guys.
No.
throw 'em out and they spin and come
That's the green knight and the red knight who like when he dies he like throws the sword at you.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Right. So
think
they
he might
focused
be
on that
coming
one in Order of Ecclesia.
But they really focused on those guys in that game.
Right. They
What
made
is it? Is
they
that-
made new ones based off of them. It's like
That's one of the
okay.
30 DS ones that came out.
There weren't that many DS games. I was surprised. It was Dawn of Sorrow, Portrait of Ruin, and then Order of Ecclesia, I believe. At least that's what the guy did. I don't know.
I played the Dawn of Sorrow, and that guy, right? That's one of them.
What?
Was that one of the guys you were talking about, sort of?
What guys? I mean, it's one of the games.
Never mind. The enemy, the green guy.
I don't think they had that in that game. I can't remember though. I didn't like Dawn of Sorrow as much as Aria.
Yeah.
I thought
I'm
Aria was
mixing up
great.
with the GBA ones. The GBA ones are legit,
And
there's only like one good DS one, really, right?
yeah, I didn't really like Dawn of Sorrow that much. I loved Aria. I played Portrait of Ruin. I didn't really like that one either. I don't like any of the DS ones I played.
Isn't there one where there's like a castle customization thing? Where you get
That was
decorated?
Harmony of Dissonance,
Okay.
where you collect things to put in your room in the castle, and you're a Belmont. What? What the frick?
With the H.
Yeah, what the H?
Has technology? I don't know anything about any of these games. Has like technology advanced in the
Nope.
new Castlevania games? Like,
It's Nintendo, no.
like what?
Technology, they're beyond technology.
'Cause, like what generation of Belmont are we on now?
Oh, you mean
Like, is there going to be a steampunk Castlevania?
in
You know,
Aria?
like a-
In Aria, you get like handguns, like
Okay,
a,
there you go.
like
All
a
right.
Glock or something. But
Okay.
they're obviously, it's Japanese video game logic. The swords are better than the guns.
Right.
And there's, like, a laser gun,
The
too.
best is the gun blade.
That's true because it combines the best of both weapons. The handle of the gun and the sword blade.
Yeah, they don't. They're not chronological, Anthony. They jump all around.
Well, he means like have they superseded modern day, right?
Oh,
Right. Like, yeah. Like, how many generations of Belmonts are they going to take to get up to 2013 equivalent of their universe?
I think Dawn of Sorrow is in 2035.
Yeah.
So, and there's a Belmont in there. He's a redhead.
So, like, are they just like going on the internet to fight Dracula yet? Like, that's what I want to know.
to catch a Dracula.
Right. Like, are we gonna have a fucking
They lure him.
Dracula reality show where just like they follow around Dracula? Like, oh, the castle's back. Because that would actually make a decent, right?
I'd watch it.
I'd watch it.
It sounds a lot like those movies about like the camera and it's like fuck, what are those called? Like the haunted house movies,
Right.
kind of. But it's like, oh, there's this castle, and then it'll be a
appears
shaky
every
cam.
once a generation or whenever. How often is a Castlevania? Well, and that's the other thing. Like,
It depends.
Okay.
It's either every 100 years or whenever somebody wants it.
Right.
Like Shaft. Shaft is the only person to have resurrected Dracula twice.
Cool.
Yeah, he fucked up. if you
So
think about
yeah,
it.
what I'm trying to say is, if it only shows up every 100 years.
You don't know how to swing in a downwards diagonal?
It's kind of weird.
There you go.
You know.
It
I could do it.
It was bothering me.
I proved it.
Do Soul Steal too.
I was gonna threaten everybody to say only if they were good, but there's no chat, so I can't
No
verify
chat,
them
can't do
being
it.
good.
Try refreshing that. Sorry. So to catch a Dracula, think about this.
Right.
Let's think this through.
So
Give me the elevator pitch.
They lure Dracula to a house with a pretty virgin, right?
A lady Dracula. It's just like Dracula with a bow, a pink bow.
No.
No, it should be.
You don't
It
understand
should
how
be.
Dracula
Listen,
works.
people
You
love
don't
Mel
understand how
Blanc
Dra-
cartoons.
And here's the beautiful thing: Dracula can't go unless he's invited. They're inviting him in.
They're inviting him in.
That's true.
Right.
It'd be
Alright.
more true to vampire lore than.
So Dracula walks over to this house with
Twilight.
the 6-pack of like Mike's Hard Lemonade and this girl's there, right? And she's like, "Hold on, let me get changed." And he walks out, and then the Chris guy walks out, right?
Chris
Right.
Belmont.
Chris Bell. And he says, "What were you planning to do, Dracula?" And at that point, Dracula's like naked, right? Because as soon as the girl leaves the room, he takes off all his clothes, right?
Total Dracula move.
And he's like, "Did you or did you not say this?" And he starts reading like I am conversations between Dracula and Maria,
That's
or
Maria
girl
who's the
Dracula, however we want.
It's not a girl Dracula.
I like girl
It needs
Dracula.
to be a living human female because he's not there to have sex necessarily. He's there to drink her blood
Why is he getting naked?
and then
then?
also have sex. I assume he has sex and then they drink their blood. I don't really
I think
know
he's
how
more
the Draculas
comfortable.
work.
He's more comfortable naked.
You were wearing the same outfit for thousands of years.
Hey,
Well, take it
get
out
of
every once
it,
in a while.
yeah.
Take it off. You know?
Look, everyone knows Chris is a Dracula taco.
A Dracula taco.
Dracula otaku. Sorry, I can't say words today. Chris has got a Dracula fetish.
It's a thing.
He's a Dracula file.
No, I don't like Twilight. That's not Dracula.
No,
I only like.
you only like them when they're actual Draculas.
They need to turn into bats. That's my takeaway
They
from
don't
those
turn into
movies.
bats in Twilight.
No, they don't.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They don't.
I guess I never thought they did.
It's so silly. It's so silly. They only romanticize the vampire. They don't get
right.
down and dirty about like what it means to be one.
Alright,
I love
that's
this guy.
Yeah, I told you it wasn't
Yeah,
Frankenstein.
It's like
There he does. There. Oh no, sword!
Sword blew it.
Son of a bitch.
I
Is
always
that
really
it?
like that Frankenstein because he reminds me of Donkey Kong Super Mario.
Yeah, why does he have a mallet? What the H?
What were they thinking?
I need to test this game for a restart.
Yeah, so they only romanticize the vampire.
They don't get into the
The nitty gritty of.
right. It's like any romance novel, right? They never show the scene where he's
Wait.
just like, "Hey, you give me a beer, honey?" And she's like, "Oh, you don't respect me."
And he said,
And so they don't show the scene in Twilight where he's like, "Hey,
"Honey,
I
get me a
told-
beer before it starts." And she's like, "All you ever want to do is watch the game."
Mhm.
He's like, "Give me a beer before it starts."
So they never
And
show
then-
the
And then she's yelling, and then he's like, "It started." And he's
Is this a
talking-
commercial or something?
No, this is a thing. This is a joke that some guy told me once, and I don't really remember it, but it doesn't matter because it was like sexist.
Okay. So
It
they
was,
never.
it was about women complaining and guys wanting beers.
Okay, that's good. No, and so like the equivalent is like, you know, Bella's going to the
You just
sports
made like
bar.
joke spaghetti there.
Joke sketty.
Bella goes to the sports bar,
hmm
and he's like, "I told you not to get the garlic wings again."
hmm
She's like, "I like the garlic wings." And he's like, "I'm gonna die."
Oh, I get it.
I mean, I don't.
So
You know, what I'm saying is they don't show the minor quibbles of their relationship. And I assume there would be a lot of minor quibbles if someone was a Dracula, right? There's a lot of garlic-based issues. He's got to be invited everywhere, or else he can't go. Like, he can't just show up at Walmart. He's got to be invited to Walmart. Like, in the real world, that creates a lot of hassle, right? He can't just fucking go to Walmart. Someone has to fucking literally invite him to Walmart.
So what does he do? What does he do when he
like the sales things that you
The
get
greeter.
in the paper? Do those count as an invitation to Walmart?
No. Again,
Only if it says come
Right.
to Walmart.
going back to the fact that Dracula always wears the same outfit.
Dracula sounds more like a nerd. Like, he can't go a place, like, he's too self-conscious because he's invited. He
always
never
wears-
changes clothes. I think we
Cross bodies
discovered.
of water.
He wears a fedora.
Yeah, he doesn't want to bathe.
Right.
He wears a fedora. Perhaps the most damning evidence is that he wears a fedora.
Yeah. He supports open source and
He-
open
no.
coffins.
No. Open sores. Because they're leaking blood.
I got it.
It's maybe some of the best work we've done, fellas.
Yeah.
Pat yourself on the back.
How did it take us this long? I'm really excited for Dracula now. I was getting tired. I was getting sleepy. But then I learned
now
that
we know
Dracula.
Dracula's a fellow nerd, we can
Yeah.
really relate.
No, you know what you should do to beat him? Then you should throw that coin at him, and it'll call him a nerd.
Only if it's a
Just give him
Bitcoin.
a-
Alright, so
then he'll try
I-
to pick it up off the ground.
So Dracula has to be invited somewhere. He can't just show up.
Right,
And he always wears the same outfit.
right.
So, and that's his choice to wear the same outfit. The problem with that is it's gonna smell. So Dracula's got to do one of two things, right? He does laundry, which I haven't seen a washer or dryer in this.
I
this
haven't,
castle.
no, we've been all throughout this dang castle.
I've seen a.
Hey, there it is! Our first shmoo. Hey. Great. All right.
Oh, you got the
time to break the game. Unless somebody in the chat doesn't want me to. Speak up and let me know.
You literally got it on your first one.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
I know, that's
What
lucky.
are the odds of that? So, all right, so Dracula.
Not bad.
So since he doesn't have a washing machine, you know what he does? He just walks around with an air freshener, like a car air freshener around his neck, right?
Right.
What happens when he needs more of those? When he's out?
You can't, he's got to
So-
be invited somewhere.
Now, I love the Tin Man because he looks like a coffee pot.
He does. He looks like a Keurig machine.
I have a story about a guy that did crack that I worked with using a Keurig machine.
Did he do crack via a Keurig machine? If so, how?
No, he was this old man, and he was like, he saw me using the Keurig machine. He just started, and he's like, "Oh, you getting some of that Go juice?" I said,
Go juice.
"Yeah, it's coffee." And he's like, "So shitty small talk, right?" And he's like, "I can't get that stuff. I get addicted." And then a week later, he asked me for you got one of them coffee things? And I said, "Yeah." I said, "You know how to use that?" I handed him the K-cup. And he said, "Oh yeah, I'll figure it out." And I walked in there, and I saw him. He was trying to poke a hole in the top with his thumb. I said, "No, buddy. That's not how you do it." I showed him how to do it. He came back 10 minutes later. He's like, "Hey, you got any more of those things?" And he was like sniffing like a crackhead.
Cool.
So I handed him. I'm like, "Oh," I was like, "They're in my desk, right?" And he went to go get them. And then he came back and he handed me 3. He's like, "I took 3. I thought I'd only take 1." So
Those are expensive. You just giving those away?
Those are expensive.
Nice guy.
I don't know that I'm giving those
Anyways, a week later, he didn't show up, and it turned out he was on crack. So
away. Cool.
the thing is, I think I enabled him.
You
You
got
mighta.
it started.
He was fine and sober. He
You
was
found a
cleaned
chink
up.
in the armor with a coffee. You're like,
got-
I can exploit this.
He got that sweet go juice in his veins.
A week later, bam, crack cocaine.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Do people want to? I feel like we're cheating the audience out of really boring combat.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. I think.
I don't know. I wish the chat was up. Otherwise,
Exactly. Oh yeah,
little
so
bit better.
making fun of us earlier, wishing the chat was up. Now.
well,
this
I mean,
guy-
there's a reason for it because I don't know if people just want to. You just fucking steamroll everything with the Chris Egg room.
right.
Yeah, I say
I mean,
no.
but like,
Chris-
are they really missing anything by this
I mean,
exciting-
really, I'm still one shot.
I'll say let's do a self-imposed rule. Only use it if your health goes below 100.
All right,
Okay, there you go.
I like it.
I always like these guys, the Lion Men.
They're like a Wolverine kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's if the Tin Man's loosely based on a Keurig machine, the Lion Man is definitely Wolverine.